position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the USC Trojans, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Tigers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it out. It's Bohannon. He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Dropping back, it's Worthy. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Presley. Breaks free. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, USC. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession run, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running to Green. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Roach. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tight.
Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Coming out with it, it's Bohannon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And these are my favorite type of running backs. Guys that run angry, that break tackles. Even when nothing's there, Jesse, they're still going to get me positive yards. Give me that guy all day long.
These are my favorite types of defenses to play. It's ones that don't tackle well and don't use the proper fundamentals. Obviously, I was never the guy carrying the football myself, but hey, we're going to be racking up yards, moving up and down the field, scoring points, and that is beautiful for me.
Just going to keep it after the snap. It's a fumble on the play. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Worthy. It's complete to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Trojans are on the move. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it. But you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
They're going to ride this running back. Fights off a defender. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And that's why, as a defense, you can stay in your base personnel because of that linebacker. You don't have to substitute DBs to take on these receivers out in space. This linebacker is quick, he's athletic, and he is outstanding tackling people in the open field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quick release on the RPO. Open space at the 25. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Fitted in the window for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
The extra point is blocked. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Combs. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here we go. The hand to the running back. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the Plains.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Combs. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Thank goodness gracious, this dude is on fire. I mean, he's already got 100 yards. We're in the 1st quarter. Like, I might want to think about double teaming that guy. If he goes to the water bottle, I'm going to double team. Whatever he does, I'm on him.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make 4 plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Bohannon. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like
he's loose on the right. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And the Trojans come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Best. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
To the air, it's Worthy. Makes the catch. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Trojans! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. He caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Toledo. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Breaks into the open. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He'll bring it out. It's Bohannon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. That gives him 54 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air. It's Worthy. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. There he goes. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So here comes the Auburn offense. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The offense changing the play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing.
Turning it on! Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll run it from the gun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in. to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Power football with the run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll try the run. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Quarterback adapting. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be...
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Got room on the return. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, USC.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on 4th down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, bat the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Syracuse is going to enjoy the trip back to Central New York after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there inside the Dome, and suddenly it's quite the resume. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Out of bounds at the 48-yard line. So dangerous as a return man, and you see why there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Caught over the middle. It's Roach. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Kincaid. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Got it in the middle. It's Kincaid. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn. On the run, it's Kincaid. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Working that left side now. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
And a great play design here in this type of situation, obviously trailing. Something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish.
414 satellite. 414 satellite. Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going for 6. Touchdown, Tigers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half when you got to have an execution as got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bohannon. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. Fakes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it along the sideline. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Going to try to get it himself. Those defenders were seeing red, and the quarterback felt it and got down quickly.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Auburn going to work with another first down.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Using his legs, it's Kincaid. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Auburn lines up quickly. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Trying to get it in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bohannon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That's caught. It's Best. At the 35, he's got room. There he goes. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
From the gun, to give, looking for room.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's Worthy. Gets open down the middle. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner. But right now they want to stop on 3rd down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Reads it, fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of games.
Right down the middle, and that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Lost to throw again. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. If you go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they go back on top. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. James Madison escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Dukes fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his big tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Leaves it with the running back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll sneak it. Got the first down. Looking for more.
Well, we've seen this a couple times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneaking. There's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's finding the crease to the right side of the center or to the left side. Whatever he's doing, it's working. The defense has not been able to stop him when they just ride the center and the QB sneaks.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
To the air on second down. Good timing on the quick out. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down will open up the final period.
Here we go.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Snags it. Touchdown, Tiger. They move on top here in the fourth.
Well, I love the play call late in the fourth quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bohannon. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. One word to describe this guy: unstoppable. Over 150 yards receiving, and he is putting the gold into that Cardinal and gold.
And they do such a good job with this offense year after year. If you're a USC OC, you got stars. On the outside, you got speed. You know how to highlight them. You know how to find them. And you know how to feed them for big days like this.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. And the Trojans are flying down the field. Dropping back, it's Worthy. It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
To the air on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Trojans. They've got the lead here in the fourth. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He's looking to throw. Flips it out to the back. He's not going to make it. Still a one-point game here in the fourth. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal.
What a big play for this defense in a critical moment. You cannot allow them to convert that two-point play, right? Because if they do, all of a sudden it's a field goal game. Great job stepping up and making something happen at a massive moment.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do. He's going for it all. Makes it right alongside. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
Play the analytics here, and you go for two. They want to throw it. Can't hit his man in the end zone. The two-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the fourth. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield, it's Worthy. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Presley. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Man, he just continues to be on fire at the quarterback spot, continues to chew up yards. Over 100, over 200, over 300. Now we're over 450. Have yourself a day, young man.
Got it behind the line. It's Best. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Just keep slinging it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Best. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Gets it out quickly. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. To the air, it's Worthy. Looking to the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Might be changing the route. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
Timeout, Auburn.
At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Snagged out of the air. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
Timeout, USC.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Now, if you're really worried about the block, I guess you could think about taking the safety here in the free kick. Hunt goes out of bounds and didn't do a whole lot to flip field position as they'll take over at the 40. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Worthy. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted deep in his own end. Going the other way, and he's got room.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off like they're what?